All right, we are going to do some practice. So you guys should be using this to verify that you are on the right track. First, put your last name and your first name. And your class period that you have made. We are going to be doing cross multiplication, which we should have learned by now. So these should be used for checking purposes to make sure that you are on the right track. So the first thing I'm going to do is cross multiply this way and put it on one side of the equal. So this means 5 times x equals the cross multiplication on the other side, which is 2.5 times 15. I'm going to use my calculator. 2.5 times 15 equals 37.5. I want you to notice my organization. I do one step, rewrite it. Another step, rewrite it. Another step, rewrite it. So now we're looking at a one-step equation where I need to move. I have to isolate that variable x by moving the 5 over with that inverse property of division. So I'm going to be doing 37.5 divided by 5. I'm going to use my calculator. 37.5 divided by 5 equals 7.5. So the answer to this one, in case you're there, is 7.5. How does it tell me to answer it? It says type x space equals space number. So x space equals space 7.5. Okay, well, we're going to do the same procedure again. So go ahead and try it on your desk and then come back here to verify that you are on the right track. So I'm assuming you have done your problem. I'm going to cross multiply. For some reason, I like to cross multiply the x's first. So I'm doing 20x. That means 20 times x equals, the other side is 4 times 35. You will use your calculator. Clear. 4 times 35 is 140. So 140, mind you, that's my next step, equals 20x. Now I'm going to use that inverse property and move the 20 from one side to the other. That is a 2. You just can't tell. This side you're left with the isolated variable x equals, and I know 140 divided by 20 is like 14 divided by 2, which is 7, and add that 0 on. So I'm going to type my answer correctly as x space 70. Whoops, I forgot the equal. X space equals space 70. All right, so again, we're going to do the next problem and make sure that you all have mastered it. So push pause and try it on your own, on your desk or piece of paper, or whatever writing thing that you're using. Then come back here and check. Again, I'm going to state that I like doing the x first. So I'm going to end up with 13.5x equals 3 times 36. Now, I don't know 3 times 36 off the top of my head. I think it's 108, but I'm not sure. 36 times 3, I was right, is 108 equals 113.5. I want to again point out that I'm doing one step at a time so as not to mess up. This is 13.5x equals 108. I need to move this 13.5 over with the opposite or the inverse property of division. So I'm going to use my calculator and do 108 divided by 13.5. And hopefully it comes out with a pretty number. Oh, no, I forgot a decimal. 108 divided by 13.5. 8. Okay. So my answer will be x space equals space 8. That's a lot of these problems. Okay, so we're going to do the next problem. Again, we're cross multiplying, so I want you guys to make sure that you're trying this on your own and coming back and checking. I like multiplying my x's first, so I'm ending up with 25x from one side is 18 times 2 for the other, times 2. So 25x equals 36. This one might not be as pretty because I have to divide again using the inverse operation. 36 divided by 25 is kind of a gross number. So let's see what this calculator says. 25, oops, clear. 36 divided by 25, 1.44. I'm going to double check and make sure that they don't want a fraction before I type this in. And it does not. So we are good to write what I got as an answer, which was 1.44. So x space equals space 1.44, which is 1 and 44 hundredths. Do number 5. So again, I am encouraging you to push pause and try it on your own and come back and make sure that you're on the right track. I'm going to multiply my x first. Do you have to do that? Nope. It's just a weird thing I like to do. So 24x equals 6 times 8. I already know this answer. So 24x, if I could write, equals 6 times 8 is 48. I did not need a calculator. I'm going to divide both sides by 24. I want you to notice that every time I divide, I've been writing it differently because I'm not sure which one is going to make sense to which child. So this eliminates. You're left with x equals 48 divided by 24, which is 2. So you will type x space equals space 2. We are on the last problem. I want you guys to make sure that you push pause and try this on your own. Sound like a broken record, but you can come back and check your answers. Again, I'm sticking with the x first. So 6 times x equals 1.5 times 16. I am not 100% sure of that answer. So 1.5 times 16 equals 24. That was what I was thinking. I can fake it. So the next step is 6x equals 24. And the last thing that I have to do is divide both sides by 6. That makes these 6's go away. I'm left with x equals 4. So assuming x space equals space 4, assuming I have no mistakes, I should be able to hit submit. Check to make sure my score is correct. Ooh, I typed something wrong. Let's see. Oh, Miss Beacon added a 0. But what I said and showed was correct. So hopefully you were paying attention to what I said and not what I typed.